Okay, I think we're good. Alright, I'd like to welcome you from beautiful Eugene, Oregon on Christmas Day, 2017. Today we're going to do what I consider to be a smorgasbord or potluck pour, because I have probably 25 colors pre-mixed that are sitting here and they need to be used. So typically I'd show you a specific technique, but today I think we're just going to do a good old-fashioned, maybe we could try a 3-cup flip cup, and I think we'll go with, so a 3-cup flip cup. One, two, three. Well, that's going to be way more than enough paint. These are little solo cups, and I think they're, oh gosh, I don't know, 4 ounces, I think. Anyway, I want to think about my colors for a minute. I think I'm going to go to the brighter side, so I'm going to use a super bright pink and a little bit not quite so bright pink. So maybe if I set them here, you guys can see the colors. Let's see. No, you can't see them there. So if I set them here, you will be able to see them. So there's a pink. And there's just a bit of a brighter pink. Then I have quite a bit of a pretty bright yellow mixed. And this is probably a metallic yellow. That's probably a metallic yellow. So we'll go ahead and use that. If I slide this over here like this, maybe, just maybe, square it up a bit. You'll be able to see all the colors. Okay, now we have pinks and we have yellows. We have some blues or greens. We could do, I think I prefer green. So we're going to go with a bit darker green because we need some, so we have, this is what we have. We have an opaque, a translucent, probably a translucent because it's metallic, an opaque, maybe it's an opaque. It's kind of yucky because I was using it to make flowers with, and when I do that I put my string in dirty, so whatever color's on the canvas comes in contact. So there isn't a lot here, and it's going to need a little pouring medium. My pouring medium is Elmer's Glue All and water. I typically mix it 3 parts glue. No, that's not right, sorry. My mix is a little bit different, and I don't measure anything because, well, I never have. I usually use about half a gallon of Glue All to a little less than half a gallon of water, and mix that. And it's typically fairly liquid, but it has a thicker consistency, so it gives some stand up on the spoon. And what I mean by that is it will build a puddle. It doesn't just run off. It builds a little bit of a puddle. So I'm going to demonstrate to you, maybe. I'm going to demonstrate to you. I'll go ahead and I'll show you that, well, you got to hit the spoon so it'll stand up on the spoon. It doesn't just run off. And you put more on there, and of course it will. But it actually stands up on the stick just a bit. Okay. This is opaque. This is an opaque. This is a translucent. That's a opaque. This is a translucent. This is an opaque. You can't see through it. That makes it, did I say translucent? I meant transparent. Sorry, sometimes I get my rocks and my paints confused. Opaque. Can't see through it. Transparent. You can see through it. You see through it, you can see the color of the stick through the paint. And the consistency on that is perfect. Opaque. That's a semi-opaque, I would say. Okay? Alright, so now we have some pinks and we have a green. We need to come up with something that's going to make the whole thing pop. I think what we should do in order to make the whole thing pop is add a metallic green. We're going to add a metallic green. This is, I believe, these are all, by the way, Artist Loft colors. Or Liquitex Basics. Okay, these metallics are probably Liquitex. And the rest, the yellow and whatnot, are probably Artist Lofts. The neon pink is Artist Loft Neon. The other pink is a Artist Loft. I want to say it's called a Cotton Candy, but I know that's not right. So don't hold me to any of the colors. Anyway, you can see them. The thing we're going to need a lot of is white. Because we don't want this to become a filthy, dirty pour. So we're going to get, excuse me, I'm sorry I walked away from the camera. I have my white. It's pre-mixed. My white is pre-mixed in a 1-gallon jug. All I have to do is shake it a little bit, refill my smaller one. If I can get it open. Sorry. Fill the jug. This white is nothing but house paint white mixed with pouring medium. That's all it is. I don't remember whether it's Benjamin Moore or Dutch Boy, whatever the least expensive at the time was. And I always buy it. Some people buy it in a flat finish. I don't. Because I'm already adding to make my paints shine as if they have a high gloss varnish. So I buy it in a semi-gloss so that I don't have to add any more gloss. Shake that up just a hair. Call that good. Now, we have a metallic. And that's kind of a gray-green. Then we have, I'm not sure this palette is going to work at all. But what I'm going to do to really mess it up, I'm going to throw some Van Dyke Brown in. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This is going to turn out, it's probably going to, we're probably going to make mud, but we'll have fun making mud. Because there ain't nothing wrong with playing a little mud every now and then. And so yeah, let's make some mud. So there is a brown, Van Dyke Brown. And just for fun, trying to decide whether I want to add A silver? Yeah, no, not silver. Since how we're making mud, let's go ahead and add some bronze. That might work. Pink, yellow, green, brown. That might work. Maybe it won't turn into mud. We'll try it and see. Okay? Alright. So having said that, most all of these colors already have a bit of silicone in them. I'm going to put that there for right now. Get this organized. Whoops. I hope I didn't throw y'all off. Can you still see what's going on? Pretty much. Alright. I'm going to get some silicone. And when I say silicone, I don't mean silicone. I mean, what I use is I use Fructis Sleek and Shine Instant Sleek. The reason I use it is because, it may be hard to see here, but the second ingredient, right there, is dimethicone. I just squirt some into a cup, and then I use my dropper to add it to this cup. So I'm going to move that out of the way. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to put some white in all of our cups. Pinch and a pinch and a pinch. Okay. I'm going to put a drop of dimethicone. One. I'm going to start with, moving these out of the way a little bit here. I think I'm going to start with an opaque. Well, we already have an opaque, so let's go ahead and go with a translucent. And why not go with the brightest color in the basket or the box? Let's go ahead and go with the brightest color in the box. And I'm only going to put that in 2 cups. Okay, put that out of the way for a minute. Let's go for green. I'm going to put that little bit of silicone in each cup again. I'm going to use the green. That could use a little thinning, and metallics typically do that. They typically thicken up as they sit. Some of these paints have been, and this is a constant question. How long is the paint good? Well, the paint, obviously, it's going to depend on your mixture, what you use for your, I don't use Liquitex, so I don't know what its shelf life is mixed with paint. And I don't use any other kind of pouring medium. My pouring medium is just glue all and water. But with the glue all and water pouring medium, my paints can be mixed, pre-mixed, and they can sit on the shelf after they've been mixed with the dimethicone in them. They can literally sit on the shelf for months. They may need to be stirred, and they may need to be reconstituted, and i.e. mixed back together again, but they can literally sit on the shelf for months. Okay? So, if that answers that question for you. Now, one of the things I do is when I'm done with my pour, and I'm done using my colors, I try to clean the edges so that all the paint is down, so that when I do re-stir, I don't get chunkies on the wall. See what I'm saying? So right there, I clean it all off so that all of the paint is down, so that when I re-stir it, I don't get chunkies from the wall. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm saying there. Now see, this is fairly clean. Pretty clean. So I shouldn't get any chunkies from the wall on this. I can already see cool things are happening in the cup. Okay? Really cool things. Put a little bit of yellow in all 3. Now I didn't put a lot in, just a little bit. Time to put some more dimethicone. 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop. Okay, so now I'm going to put a pinch of brown in. And when I say a pinch, I do mean a pinch. Maybe less than a half a teaspoon probably in each of these 4-ounce cups. Okay? Now if you've been paying attention, there's no pink in that cup. And I'm going to keep it that way. Alright? Now I'm going to add the opposite. So I went with the bright pink, the bright yellow, the deep brown, and the metallic green. Now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm not going to put any of this gray-green in that cup. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit different. What I am going to do is put some of this beautiful bronze in there. I'm going to put quite a bit of that beautiful bronze in that cup. A little in these other cups. Save some of that for last. Put this carnation or cotillion pink, or whatever you want to call it, pink. No pink in that one, remember? Alright, now it's time to stop. Add some more dimethicone. Drop in each cup. 1, 2, 3. White. Putting white in the cups. All of the cups. Do you see what's happening in that? That metallic and pink are mixing there. That's really wicked cool. We like that. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more color in this. A little more white in that one. Alright. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add the other yellow. This is the metallic yellow. The metallic yellow and the metallic yellow. Now I clean my cups out as best I can with my stick. With my popsicle stick. Or craft stick, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll put this in a bucket of water and soap. And let it sit. So I reuse these cups over and over and over again. Try to be as ecologically sound and ecologically friendly as possible. So there's a little bit of dimethicone, put 3 drops in. 2, 1, 2. We're either going to have some great big beautiful juicy cells, or we're going to end up with a mud. A little bit of that metallic green in each cup, because it is really a pretty color. Clean my sidewalls. Scrape the bottom. And scrape it into the cup. I don't have all the fancy technology that a lot of people have, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not in this to get rich. I do this as a relaxation technique for stress. I was in a pretty severe car accident years ago, and I lost a lot of... Now I'm putting some pink in this cup. And then I'm going to put the last of it, this really bright, beautiful pink, in this cup. Oops, got a drop on the canvas. That's okay, because it's all going to go on the canvas anyway. Cleaned out the cup. Okay, we got pink, and okay, now it's time for a little bit of brown in each cup. The last of the brown. We don't have a lot. Anyway, I was saying I was in a car accident. It created some pretty severe issues. One of them is that I have extreme anxiety and PTSD. So this is one of the things that when my anxiety starts getting out of control, I can turn to help me relax. And of course, Christmas is one of those high anxiety times, and I don't care who you are. I don't know how it can't be. I try really hard not to let it stress me. So does everybody else in the dang world who celebrates Christmas. It's highly overrated. This is the last of that bronze. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in. So yeah, this is therapy for me. Looks like probably time for some more silicone. I don't know if you can see that, but the way that metallic is separating in there, I want to bring this cup and I want to show you what I'm talking about. In order to do that, I'm going to get this right here. You can see these little stripes and this almost the separation. That is going to transport itself to the canvas, and it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to see how gorgeous that is. So let's go ahead and we're going to do a dump. Let's go ahead and do all the last of our colors. Maybe I'll go just a little bit light with that yellow because I don't think I need all of it. Because there's a lot. So we'll hang on to that one. We'll go ahead and use our pink. And the last of our gray-green. And we're going to have way more paint than we need. And I know I didn't put this color in this cup. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit in it now. I think we're going to end up with a lot more paint than we need. Since how these are 4-ounce cups. If I'm using 3 of them and they're all 3 equally full and about halfway full, it tells me I got about 6 ounces of paint that I'm getting ready to flip onto this canvas. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to put that out of the way for a minute. I'm going to get a canvas board. Slide this out of the way. I know you can't see it, but I can. That out of the way. Okay, I'm going to put my paint on here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put my canvas on here. Just like that. Just like that. Flip the cups. Get your hand out from underneath of it. Take that off. Move it out of the way. Hope you can still see nicely. Alright. I'm going to let them sit for just a minute to make sure all the paint has dropped out of the cups. While that's happening, I'm going to clean up a bit over here. Lid back on the yellow that I didn't use all of. Alright, I'm pretty proud of myself. I managed to empty out 7 full colors. Not full cups, but 7 colors of paint out of 21. That puts us down to 14. That's a whole lot more reasonable. Alright, are you ready to see? Make sure you've got a good view. Check my camera here. Okay, I think we center that just a hair more like that. Looks pretty good. I know it's not square. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, here we go. We're going to go. See mud? I'm going to move that cup right out to there. See this? I'm going to go like that. Put that cup right there. Let it sit. That's going to be beautiful. Remember what I was telling you about how it's going to transfer to the canvas? I hope you can see that, because that's exactly what it did. Now, I'm going to go ahead. A lot of people like to tap their cups and on the edges and stuff like that. I don't. So I'm going to scrape it all down, clean it up, clean it out. I am going to put it on the canvas. I just don't like to see that banging and beating and tapping, and you know, I think that it just looks a lot better when you do it this way, because that pattern may end up staying on the canvas. Gosh, look at the inside of that cup. Can you see that? That's just stunning. That's why I don't want to see it get beat onto the canvas. I want to see it worked onto the canvas, because that's just gorgeous. And the way it comes out of the cup may end up being what you see. So when you're slamming and banging and beating it and tapping it and all that stuff, well, it could turn to mud. We're already making mud. Maybe we shouldn't make any. Oh my goodness. Will you look at those cells while I'm over here cleaning these cups out? Can you see that cell action? Holy smokes. That is wicked cool. Wicked cool. Alright. Now, a lot of people like to put heat on it right now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move it a little bit first. Not a lot, but a little bit. Give those cells a chance to make themselves. Okay? Alright, let's see something floating around down there. Let's tilt this a little bit. I'm totally loving that color combination. Totally loving it. And I don't think we're going to have to lose. A lot of times people say, oh, I think I'm going to end up losing that. I don't think we're going to have to lose much. Now, granted, it's going to roll over the canvas. But I don't think we're going to lose that much. I just don't. Put this along right here. Open along. This is really pretty right here. So as we're helping it along, and try to keep from losing it. Give it a place to roll to. Okay. See that? Let's see if we could keep that on the canvas. Work it a little bit. Now I'm going to put some heat on it, okay? Because we have some pretty wicked cool cells going on here. No, I don't use a torch. I haven't been able to find one. So I don't use one. I do use a heat gun. And if you'll excuse me while I use the heat gun, I know that the noise is a little bit obnoxious. Now, you see, we have big cells and we have small cells. Look at that. Look at the cell action in there. Okay? Look at that pink come alive. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Alright. Now we can complete the tilting action. And we have some amazing cells. We will complete the tilting action. Slow down a bit. Push that back up on the canvas. Right here on our pink, right here, that bronze is sitting just underneath of it. Just underneath of it is sitting the bronze. It's working its way up through. And let it work a little bit more. And I'm going to tilt the canvas this way. Let that pink run right out to that edge. You don't want to lose it. Bring it back to the center. Oh my God, look at the color in this thing. It's crazy cool. Okay. Now, you see, my cells didn't get all that stretched out. There's a little bit of stretching action happening on the edges. But it's not horrible. It's not extremely obvious. I'm going to pick some of this color up right here and put it that's not the right one. There it is. Grab my palette knife here. This color right here. Drop it in. Look at that. Drop it in over here. I can't tell you how happy I am with this canvas. And considering I thought we were going to make mud, I think it turned out pretty darn amazing. Pretty darn amazing. Make sure everything's covered. Wow, that's it. Right there. We'll go ahead and throw some heat on it a little bit more. See if we can get this pink over here to pull out some of that bronze to pop up. Look at that. Look at this right in here. Oh my goodness, it's just gorgeous. Come back to that bronze a little bit. I can see bronze through this whole thing. It is just gorgeous. And I cannot tell you how happy I am with playing in the mud on Christmas Day. This pour is beautiful. So there you have it. Now I'm going to bring it up to you. I want you to be able to get some close-ups of the things that I'm talking about. So, I don't cast the shadow when I do this. So I'm going to bring it up to you. Try to get you focused. Can you see that? Focus. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm wiggling like crazy. Can you see? Come on, focus, focus. I can't do it because, anyway. this part up in the corner here. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can figure out how to make this focus. Alright, so we want that pink. Here we go. This is the upper edge of the canvas. This part right here is beautiful. Beautiful. Center of the canvas moving across. I gotta tell you, it's beautiful. Little bits of bronze. Let me get something to point with here. Little bits of bronze right in here. Right there is beautiful. Those cells are 5, 6 colors, some of them. We may have made 7 color cells. And as far as I'm concerned, if we made some 7 color cells, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Look at this right here. Right there, it looks just like a peacock's tail. You see it? Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That is just, it's just pretty. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas. Focus you out again. Thanks for coming to play in my mud pit today.